Welcome to the newsletter. Rare Russian weapons seized by Ukraine in Kherson. On Channel HT New, after withdrawing from the strategic city of Kherson, the Russian army left behind many heavy weapons, and a large number of these were seized by the Ukrainian army. Defense Express website, based on images obtained on the battlefield, reported that the Ukrainian army has seized many rare Russian combat vehicles and weapons at Kherson. Due to their large size, these weapons were not evacuated by the Russian army to the left bank of the Dnieper after retreating from the city of Kherson. 1. Armored troop transport vehicle with special protective armor. In Kherson, the Ukrainian military discovered and seized an armored personnel carrier BMP-2 equipped with protective armor 675 SB3KDZ left behind by Russia. Protective armor 675 SB3KDZ is a metal cage with additional polymer plates that protect the turret from large machine gun fire as well as certain types of anti-tank ammunition. Together with the grille, this armor can reduce the effectiveness of anti-tank grenade launchers to a certain extent. In addition, this protective layer is also designed to help Russian armored vehicles increase their ability to float when wading. This is a new and extremely rare additional protective armor of the Russian army. According to statistics, as of 2021, the Russian military has only purchased a small number of about 100,675 SB3KDZ protective devices to equip the country's tanks and infantry fighting vehicles. In addition, the installation of the additional protective armor above was only announced on June 2. Since the Russian special military operation in Ukraine broke out, this is only the second time that the Ukrainian military has seized armored vehicles with this new layer of protection from Russia. 2. Fire Command Vehicle 1V119 Rheostat. The 1V 119 Rheostat is a fire command vehicle built specifically to conduct reconnaissance and guide fire for self-propelled guns in the Russian army, especially the two S-9 Nona self-propelled howitzers. Designed and manufactured by Soviet engineers, the 1V 119 rheostat complexes are equipped with the TAR-57 field phone, the PU-09 fire control device, the enemy tank identification device TNA-4 and other specialized equipment. This is a very rare vehicle as there are only 60 vehicles of this type ever designed and manufactured by engineers during the Soviet era. According to some sources, in 2021, the number of 1V 119 rheostat vehicles still in service belongs to the 7th and 76th Airborne Divisions of the Russian Army. In Kherson, the Ukrainian army captured an almost intact 1V 119 rheostat fire command vehicle from the Russian army. Ukrainian authorities claim that this is the 10th time this rare weapon has been left behind by Russia after fighting with pro-Kiev forces. 3. Radar for firing S-400 air defense missile system. The Ukrainian military announced on November 14 that it had discovered and captured a 48-6K1, Podlet K1, radar complex used for Russian S-400 air defense missile systems in Kherson. This weapon was abandoned by the Russian military after withdrawing from Kherson and was found inside the Kherson International Airport area in Chornobaiuka. The images obtained show that the Podlet K1 radar was severely damaged when found. However, Ukrainian military authorities insist that the recovered parts will still help Kiev decipher this magic eye of Russia. Radar 48-6K1, Podlet K1, is a modern radar of the Russian military, designed to search for small targets and indicate targets for missiles of the S-300 and S-air defense complexes. 400. The manufacturer revealed that this radar can detect targets from a distance of up to 300 kilometers at an altitude of 10 kilometers. Mounted on the chassis of the Kamaz tracked military vehicle, the Podlet K1 radar is considered particularly effective in detecting enemy cruise missiles and unmanned aerial vehicles. This radar complex includes a conning tower, antenna mast and a mobile generator. 4. Old generation T-62 tanks in Kherson. Many T-62M and T-62MV tanks of the Russian army were also seized by Ukrainian forces. These are old generation main battle tanks produced since 1967. However, observers say that the Russian tanks seized by the Ukrainian army in Kherson have undergone an overhaul and deep modernization in the 80s of the last century. T-62 is the next generation of the T-54-55 tank researched and manufactured by the Soviet Union and produced from 1961 to 1975. It is the first tank in the world to carry a smoothbore cannon to fire penetrating bullets. Modern armor APF-SDS, T-62 has superior firepower compared to earlier tanks. However, around the 1980s, the T-62 gradually became obsolete and the Soviet Union replaced it with more advanced T-64, T-72, and T-80 tanks. At the present time, there are still thousands of T-62s continuing to serve in the armies of many different countries around the world. A video released in May showed that the Russian military brought several T-62 tanks in storage to support the defense forces in southern Ukraine. The T-62M and T-62MV tanks at Kherson are retrofitted with explosive reactive armor and are used mainly against enemy infantry, fortifications and light armored vehicles. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel, share to support and update the latest videos from the HT News channel.